We operate a tour out here which comprises of 2 tours. We have a bushland tour out here which takes you out onto the wetlands of the Gorganga Plain, which is part of a large nationally listed floodplain habitat. And we check out the mainland environment here, which is basically the freshwater environment and some of the wildlife out here. And we also operate a 2-hour cruise on the Prosperpine River, okay, which specialises in the surroundings of the ecology of the saltwater crocodile. So here in Prosperpine we actually do have one of the best crocodile populations on the east coast of Australia. So this is the #1 breeding system for the saltwater crocodile here on the east coast of Queensland. So we love to showcase this to people who are travelling through the area. They have the opportunity of cruising the river system here and seeing some of our wild crocodiles. Well, the wildlife out here that we get out in the surrounding countryside here, we've got a mixture of things like wallabies. We get a species of wallaby called an agile wallaby, which is probably the most common kangaroo species found across the north of Australia. We have bird life. We get quite an arrangement of different wetland birds out here. Like out there early, we spotted a couple of our brolgas, which are our native cranes. We also get the large storks, the jabiru, out there around the waterholes, and a range of other species. We have a lot of snakes out there, okay, a whole range of snake species and frogs. Okay, so the wildlife does vary out there. We've got quite a lot of wildlife around the area, and of course any one day is different to the other, depending on what we come across. But it certainly is great to get out there and check out that natural habitat that surrounds the Prosperpine River here. On the river cruise today, we'll be cruising both up and downstream on the river. Okay, so we'll be out there as the tide's starting to drop on the river system, so it's exposing the river banks. Now, of course, the Prosperpine River is crocodile habitat. It's one of the best crocodile habitats we've got along the coast. So we're out there looking for crocs. It's a wild habitat, so it's not a zoo or a wildlife park. We're out there in a wild system looking for these animals in their natural habitat, so it's up to us to go and find what's happening at the time. You know, we have crocodiles on the river here which can reach up to sizes around 4.5, nearly 5 metres long. Okay, so we've got a good range of crocodiles throughout the whole system, and everything from little tiny hatchlings, which right at the moment we do have nests hatching on the river. We've had about 5 nests in the last 2 weeks hatch, and at the moment we've got a couple of hundred baby crocodiles out there on the riverbanks. So a bit of variety from very small up to very big, and seeing the animals out there in their natural surroundings. So we don't feed animals, we don't feed crocodiles. It's illegal here in Queensland, so we're purely out there observing them in their natural habitat, not disturbing them, and what you see out there on a tour is what the crocodile's doing on its natural day. Oh, I get the excitement out of seeing things out. I get excitement out of being able to show people what we've got here. And of course, it is a thrill for people to go out into an area like this, especially if it's their very first time into this type of country. It's a wilder habitat. You get a lot of people who come from parts of the world which don't get a chance to get into these areas. And of course, being able to show people our unique wildlife we got here in Australia, and of course, doing it safely as well. And just to see people's expressions and of course get their reactions and their experience by seeing this out here gives me a lot of enjoyment actually sharing that with people.